Hi, happy September, everyone. Welcome to the Mississippi Quilt Association's YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie Otts. I'm Publicity Chair for MQA, and I'm so excited to be here with our September Happenings video to share everything that MQA has going on this month. So just a little bit about myself. I live in Pontotoc, Mississippi. I work at the University of Mississippi School of Law. I'm an environmental attorney. I direct a research center that focuses on ocean, coastal, and Great Lakes law. I don't think I've shared that in the previous two videos, so I thought I would just give a little bit of information about myself. For those who are new and are not familiar with the Mississippi Quilt Association, we are a nonprofit association dedicated to preserving and promoting the art of quilt making in the state. Right now, we have just over 400 members, which is exciting. It's been growing the last couple of years since COVID, and it's been wonderful to welcome new members into the fold and expand kind of our knowledge of quilting in the state. And so MQA offers opportunities for its members to connect primarily by hosting 3 in-person gatherings each year, and then also hosting a couple of virtual events or activities in between, just so we can get to know each other and stay engaged and passionate about making quilts and sharing it on a statewide basis. And so if you want to learn anything more, please visit our website. It's MississippiQuilt.org, and I will link that below in the box, but I encourage you to check it out. We have a lot of information about quilt resources in the state, including an events calendar. We have directories for quilt shops in the state, as well as teachers, long arm quilters. So there's a lot of information on our website, and I encourage you to explore and visit us out there on the web. So on this month's video, I have a lot to share. I want to do a quick bingo recap, and then I have a lot of information about the upcoming fall gathering in October, and then I'll end with just a tiny bit of personal show and tell, since it seems like people liked that. So with that, I'm going to jump right in. So first up, I want to say thanks to everyone who participated in the first virtual bingo event, which we've been hosting over the last couple of weeks in August. I think it was a great success. We had over 35 people actively participating and sharing in the private MQA Facebook group. I had a lot of fun seeing everyone's progress and giving words of encouragement and helping people kind of play along. And we actually had a few people that got blackouts, right? They got to check every box on their bingo square, which was really fun to see. And so I'm hoping to make that an annual event, maybe always in August. So we'll see how next year goes, but it seemed like everyone really had a good time and enjoyed it. So stay tuned for more information on that. I also wanted to mention, I know that Facebook is not everyone's thing. Not everyone is on Facebook. I know I personally have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Facebook, but Facebook is really the easiest way right now for MQA to reach out and connect with all of its members. And we do have over 250 of our members are in the private Facebook group, although not that many are active. But I would love to see more people engaged and more of our members participating in the Facebook group. And even if you're not on Facebook, you can sign up for Facebook and only join our private group and not do anything else on Facebook. And so you can kind of control your experience a little bit on Facebook if that is a concern of yours. But if you're watching this video today and you are one of our members who is active in the Facebook group, I'd just request that maybe you chat us up a little bit to your other quilty friends who might be members, and encourage them to, check out the group a little more, maybe post a little more often than they have been doing, because it would be nice to see that as a really nice, positive place for us to share our projects and progress and learn about each other. With respect to the virtual events, I have been trying to schedule them halfway between each of the in-person gatherings. And so I'm about to talk about the fall gathering, which will be in October, and then we'll have the spring gathering in February. And December is halfway through. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to organize a virtual holiday party in December. So I will be sharing more ideas about my thoughts and maybe some polls in the private Facebook group to see what people think about that. But stay tuned for more about that idea. Okay, so with that, on to the fall gathering. So in the last video, I did share some information about the fall gathering, but the MQA board and the local host are really entering into the final stages of planning, and we're getting really close to when registration is going to open. So we're planning on opening registration on September 11th. So there is plenty of time to figure out whether you want to come and attend the fall gathering. I really hope everyone who can travel will think about coming. It's going to be in Biloxi, and MQA has not held a gathering in Biloxi since Katrina. So it's definitely time that we get back down there and we get a chance to connect at the home location for all of our quilters at the coast. But got a little ahead of myself there for a minute. So the fall gathering will be October 20th and 21st. It's going to be held at the North Side Assembly of God in Biloxi. So the program will start at 5 p.m. on Friday, so October 20th, and it usually runs for about 3 hours on Friday evening. And then we'll start back up on Saturday morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and that day usually runs till about 2 or 3 o'clock. So if you're trying to plan your travel, spring and fall gatherings are usually about a day and a half, or a little, an evening, and then, kind of a 3/4 of a day on Saturday. So the local host guilds for the fall gathering are Sand Stitches of the Gulf Coast and the Van Cleve Quilting Bees. And so they've been doing a lot to secure the venue, arrange for the meals, and for some of the local programming. I know we've had some questions in the Facebook group about lodging. The local hosts have arranged for a room block at the Hampton Inn at 13921 Big Ridge Road in Biloxi. So the room block is $130 a night. The group code is MQG, so probably for Mississippi Quilt Guild. And so if you want to go ahead and reserve your lodging, you absolutely can. That code is open and working, and you can take care of that even before registration opens. For the meals on Friday night, there's going to be a soup and salad buffet, which sounds amazing. I think that'll be wonderful in October. And then on Saturday, we'll be getting boxed lunches from Nukes. For those of you who are new to MQA or haven't been to a gathering before, registration for the spring and fall gatherings is free for MQA members. The only thing that we ask for payment for is for the cost of meals. And so those usually total run between $30, $35. Each meal is usually, 10 to 15, depending on the location and the venue that we're at. So you will notice that when you go to registration, there is no registration fee for MQA members, but we do ask that everyone pay the cost of their meals to help us cover some of those expenses for the meetings. Right. I do have some details about the programs for the fall gathering. So on Friday night, we're going to have two speakers from two of the local museums. There will be a speaker from the Walter Anderson Museum of Art. So that's a museum in Ocean Springs. And the speaker is going to be talking about block prints and textiles. And then a second speaker will be from the Maritime and Seafood Industry Museum, which is in Biloxi. And some of you may be wondering, what? A maritime seafood museum at a quilting event? But they're going to be doing a little bit about local history and then also talking about the Katrina quilt. So I think it was going to be a really interesting program that we're all going to want to hear. So that'll be Friday. So we'll have the two speakers on Friday. We'll have a meal and maybe a few small activities to kind of round out the evening. But that'll be most of the event for Saturday. And then Friday. So on Saturday, we're going to have a program by John C. Smith, who is a National Legacy Quilter Certified Instructor for Studio 180 Design. And they'll be doing a trunk show and program on the Hunter Star. And I think it actually uses some specialty rulers that John C. will be talking about. And she'll also have a table set up as one of the vendors if you really like what she's showing and want to be more involved in it. I also believe that John C. Smith is going to be one of the teachers at the summer gathering in 2024. So this could be an opportunity to get a sneak peek about what taking a class with John C. might be like. And there will also be on Saturday, we'll do show and tell. There'll probably be one or two other short presentations on different topics. And then, of course, both Friday and Saturday, we will have vendor booths. So block therapy and Piece by Piece Quilt Shop are two of the vendors for the fall gathering. And so they'll be set up on both Friday and Saturday night. So in addition to all of the programmings, there will also be time for shopping at the vendors and, of course, just socializing and visiting with your fellow quilters and MQA members and guests. Okay, so I think that's the basic logistics for the fall gathering. And like I said, we'll be sharing a lot more information on our social media channels with these details after Labor Day and as we get closer to the opening of registration on September 11th. But there are two other things that are happening in association with the fall gathering that I also wanted to share today. And these are new, exciting things that we're trying out. So we're looking for, feedback from everyone about these activities and whether we should continue to do them in association with future gatherings moving forward. And so the first one I want to talk about is our Quilts of Valor block drive. So we're helping to, or MQA is organizing a block drive to support Quilts of Valor in our state. So there we have three of our state area reps. Cute. Okay. Let me start over because I'm completely tongue-tied. So each year, Quilts of Valor picks a block and does a national block drive. And so in 2023, the block is the split back star block. And the instructions for how to make that block are on the website, and I will provide a link for that in the description box below. And so some of you may have already made that block because you're active in your guilds, are active in Quilts of Valor. But MQA wanted to help support that block drive by doing a block drive as part of the fall gathering. And so 3 of the Quilt of Valor state reps are going to be at the fall gathering in Biloxi to help us organize the block drive. And all you need to do if you want to participate is to make a block. So go to the Quilt of Valor webpage, download the pattern, and make a block. And then you can bring that block or multiple blocks if you get carried away and want to make more than one to the fall gathering to turn it into the Quilts of Valor reps. And we are going to have prize drawings for the block drive. And so 1 block equals 1 entry for the prize drawings. So if you make 1 block, you get 1 entry. You make 5 blocks, you get 5 entries. And so we're really hoping there'll be good participation for this, and we'll generate lots of blocks that we'll be able to donate to Quilts of Valor so that they can make quilts to distribute to veterans and military families in our state. So I know the reps for the northern part of the state are active in some of the guilds the local guilds that I'm active in, and I know there is quite a bit of a wait list still for the northern part of the state, and that might be true for the other regions as well. So donating blocks can really help them address the needs here in our state to distribute more quilts. If you are not coming to the fall gathering and you still want to participate, you absolutely can send a block with a friend. You do have to be present to win one of the prizes because we're just not set up to ship things around the state right now. But I think that the MQA board may be working on a way that an address where you could mail your quilt blocks in if you would prefer to do that and just contribute to the block drive. So again, more information will be coming as we kind of get our final flyers and details ready prior to the opening of registration. But that will happen throughout. You could start on that now and just be making blocks up until the fall gathering. Okay. And if that's not enough for the fall gathering, we are also organizing a shop hop. And I think this is going to be really fun. Lynn Blaylock, the incoming MQA president, has really been leading this effort related to the shop hop. So the shop hop will run from October 14th through October 21st and is designed to highlight the quilt shops in the Gulf Coast region that many of us in the central and northern part of the state might not be familiar with if it's been a while since you've been to the coast. So we're going to have 5 participating quilt shops, and that is Coastal Sew and Vac in Gulfport, Block Therapy Quilt Shop in Gaucher, Miss Sew and Sew's Quilt Shop in Wiggins, Piece by Piece Quilt Shop in Biloxi, and Wool Market in Gulfport. So there's a whole range of shops, and I hope you, if those of you can, to come down a day or two early and to really kind of make an event out of it to visit all of these shops along the Gulf Coast. And as I mentioned before, Block Therapy and Piece by Piece are also 2 of our vendors at the fall gathering, so you'll have multiple opportunities to see what they have to offer. So how's the shop hop going to work, right? So if you've ever participated in another type of shop hop, right, there's usually some way that you can collect stamps or stickers from the various shops that are participating, and that's what we're going to do. So we are working on a design for a shop hop passport that you'll be able to pick up at any of the participating shops, or it will actually be available as a PDF on our website as well. So you could just download it and print it out before you head out for the fall gathering. And then you'll just visit the different shops and the vendors to get your passport stamped. And you will not need to make a purchase to get a stamp on your passport, although we do encourage you to shop. We like to enable more fabric shopping, of course. And some of the shops will be offering specials or discounts to MQA members throughout the Shop Hop event. One thing to keep in mind is you may be asked to present your membership card to get those special discounts. So we want to tell you now, in case you don't quite remember where you put your membership card that Nancy Lozier would have sent you. I know I'm having a little trouble remembering where I put my membership card. So we've got like 6 weeks to find those membership cards as you get ready for participating in the Shop Hop, if you want to make sure that you can take advantage of those shop discounts. So during October 14th through the 21st, all you need to do is visit the participating shops. They'll stamp your passport, and then you can bring your passport to the fall gathering and turn it into us, right? There'll likely be a place at the registration table or another location where everyone can turn their Shop Hop passports in. You have to turn it in before noon on October 21st, and then the drawings for the prizes for the Shop Hop will happen on Saturday afternoon before the close of the gathering. So I believe there will be prizes for anyone who just participates in the Shop Hop and brings a passport, even if you only have 1 or 2 stamps. But if you get stamps from all 5 quilt participating shops and vendors, then you will be entered into the grand prize drawing for the Shop Hop, which is, I believe, a big basket of quilty goodness. So I think everyone will be excited about that opportunity as well. So yeah, I think that's it. So how do you participate in the Shop Hop? Pick up a passport at the participating shop sometime between October 14th and 21st, or print out the passport at home before you leave. Then collect the stamps from the participating shops and come and turn that passport in before noon on October 21st at the gathering. Whew. So I don't know about you, but that's a lot of information. I know I'm really excited about how much MQA has going on. I think the fall gathering is going to be wonderful. And stay tuned for a lot more detail and information coming out in our social media post, where you'll be able to kind of read and soak it in more detail versus how fast I know I talk and cover all of this information. So again, big things to know. Registration is going to open September 11th, and stay tuned to our social media channels. So okay, with that, I think I'll just wrap up the video with a little bit of personal show and tell of my progress for the past month. So many of you have really enjoyed seeing the chicken scratch embroidery sampler. So this is a block of the month pattern by Blair Stoker, who's Wise Craft Quilts. And one of the blocks this month was this adorable coffee tea mug, which it's a little hard to see because, you know, the white, but I think they're so adorable. So there were 2 blocks for this month, or this is actually an older block of the month, but I'm trying to like do it within a year, even though I'm on my own schedule. So the other one is a small star that I just started working on. Then I'm also doing the Carousel block of the month by Allison Glass. And if you weren't here last month to hear me talking about it, I am a huge lover of blocks of the month. I sign up with way too many. I have too many projects going on at the same time, but it's one of the things that I really like to do. The Carousel block of the month I just really love the layout and the pattern, and I challenged myself to just kind of go through my Allison Glass stash, which I have a lot of, and to do it. So it's a medallion style quilt. I don't know if how much I'll be able to show you, but this month was the flying geese border. think it's actually might be upside down. See how much I can get on the film. So it's got the rainbow order. It's a little hard to see. I need to start taking some pictures ahead of time for you all to see, but I'm really happy with the way that it's coming out. And there are 2 more rounds to go on it, and so stay tuned. I'll be sharing more about that as well. And then I did show this one last month, but it wasn't quite done. This one is almost impossible to show just standing here inside, but I wanted to show it again now that I got the dragonfly completely done. So this is a block of the month Summer Breeze from Thread House, which is quilt designers in the UK. It's so big. Hopefully you saw it on social media. You'll only be able to see part of it in this video, but I wanted to show you the dragonfly, which was a combination of piece quilting and needle turn applique. So the final month was getting the dragonfly body on the wings as well. So again, I need practice on doing the show and tell and having a big enough screen so that everybody can see it. But if you're curious how that one looks, I'm pretty sure I posted a full picture of that in the Facebook group. So thanks everyone for joining me this month. I think that was everything that I wanted to cover. Please like or push like and on the video and follow us. I saw that our followers are starting to go up a little bit. We just started to really kind of focus on our YouTube channel in the last 3 months or so. So love any feedback on what other type of content you might like right now. I'm only focusing on the MQA Happening videos, but we'll record some things at the fall gathering. We'll make those videos available. And I also have some ideas about other videos or interviews that we could start doing so that we have more content on the YouTube channel. So if you have any ideas, please comment below. Also, if you have any feedback on this video or other things you'd like to hear me chat about, please comment below as well. So thanks again for watching and joining us, and see you next month.